Hey everyone, and welcome to our deep dive into the world of API Q2 audits. Now I know what you might be thinking. API Q2 audits? Sounds about as exciting as watching paint dry. But hold on, because this is important stuff, especially if you're in the business of oil and gas service supply. We're talking about making sure your operations are top-notch, safe, efficient, and compliant with industry standards. This video is your one-stop shop for navigating the often complex world of API Q2. We're going to break down the entire process into manageable, easy-to-understand steps. So buckle up, grab your notebooks, and let's demystify this whole API Q2 thing together. All right, let's kick things off by getting a handle on what API Q2 actually is. Imagine it as a detailed set of rules and best practices specifically designed for businesses like yours, those providing services to the oil and gas industry. Now, API Q2 is all about managing risk. It wants to make sure that every service you provide is carried out safely, efficiently, and with minimal impact on the environment. This QMS covers everything from how you identify and manage potential hazards to how you document your processes and train your employees. It's about building a culture of quality and continuous improvement within your organization. Now that we have a grasp on what API Q2 is all about, it's time to see where your company stands in relation to these requirements. This is where the gap analysis comes in. Think of it like taking inventory. Compare your current practices against the API Q2 checklist. By identifying your gaps, you can prioritize your efforts and allocate resources where they're needed most. If there's one thing API Q2 loves, it's documentation. Clear, comprehensive documentation is the backbone of a strong QMS. It ensures consistency, traceability, and accountability in everything you do. You'll need a quality manual outlining your overall QMS, detailed standard operating procedures, SOPs, for all your key processes, and a system for managing records. The API Q2 Toolkit offers helpful templates to get you started. Thorough documentation not only helps you prepare for the audit, but it also improves your overall operations. Chapter 4, Building the A-Team Training and Responsibilities. Even with the best documentation in the world, API Q2 compliance requires a team effort. Everyone in your organization needs to be on board and understand their role in maintaining a robust QMS. This means investing in comprehensive training for your employees, particularly those in key roles like management, quality assurance, and service delivery. Clearly define roles and responsibilities within your QMS. Who's responsible for conducting internal audits? Who approves changes to procedures? Chapter 5. Putting it into practice, implementation, and monitoring. Okay, we've got our documentation. We've trained our team. Now it's time to put all that hard work into action. Implementing your QMS means integrating those API Q2 principles into your day-to-day operations. From identifying potential hazards to evaluating the effectiveness of your controls, risk management should be ingrained in your company culture. Regularly monitor your processes using key performance indicators or KPIs to identify areas where you can enhance efficiency, reduce risks, and boost overall quality. Chapter 6. The Dress Rehearsal Internal Audits. Think of internal audits as your dress rehearsals before the big performance. They're your chance to put your QMS to the test, identify any weak spots, and make necessary adjustments before the external auditors come knocking. Gather your internal audit team, armed with their trusty API Q2 internal audit checklist, and put your QMS under the microscope. The more rigorous your internal audits, the better prepared you'll be for the real deal. So, you've conducted your internal audits, gathered valuable data, and identified areas for improvement. Now what? Well, it's time for the post-game analysis, the management review. This is where your leadership team steps in to review the findings of the internal audits, analyze customer feedback, and evaluate the overall effectiveness of your QMS. Use the insights gained from your management reviews to make your QMS even more robust and effective. It's game day, folks. The external audit is on the horizon, and it's time to make sure you're ready to knock it out of the park. First things first, double-check that all your documentation is up to date and readily accessible. Make sure your team is prepped and ready to answer questions about their roles and responsibilities within the QMS. To really boost your confidence, consider conducting a mock audit. The day has arrived. The external auditors are here, and it's time to showcase all the hard work you've put into building a robust QMS. Remember, the auditors are there to assess your compliance, but they're also there to help you identify areas for improvement. Be transparent, provide them with the information they need, and answer their questions honestly and thoroughly. Once the audit is complete, you'll receive a report outlining the findings. Take the time to carefully review their feedback and then, most importantly, take action. Implement any necessary corrective actions promptly and use their recommendations to further enhance your QMS. And there you have it. You've made it through our whirlwind tour of API Q2 audit preparation. By now, you should have a solid understanding of the requirements, the steps involved in achieving compliance, and the importance of continuous improvement. Not only does it ensure you're meeting industry standards and mitigating risks, but it also helps you build a stronger, more efficient, and more reliable organization. So go forth, implement these steps, and watch as your company reaps the rewards of a robust and well-maintained QMS. You've got this.